All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the DFS experience for Friday, December 23rd. Recording this video a touch early because we have a storm supposedly coming. We got some crazy storm that's supposed to drop. It's already getting a little spicy in these streets where I'm at. So instead of waiting around and having the wind take my internet out, I decided to be proactive and make this video just a few hours early. Probably gonna have it drop like 11 p.m. East Coast time, so that's like 2 hours after the Utah game starts. So I am mindful that there's an NBA game going on. So hopefully when that's about to be wrapping up, this video should drop. But I'm gonna record it and then have it um drop like 11 p.m. so it's not too not too late and not too early. So with that being said, we're gonna start with DraftKings. We're gonna start with Mr. Luka Magic as always, 12.5K against Houston. You already know what I'm about to say. Let's just go to Ja Morant, 10-4, absolutely in play against Memphis. By the way, we do have a 42 game slate, so I'm gonna try to shimmy through this rather quickly. I don't got to tell you to play Luka. Don't got to tell you to play Ja Morant. Do we worry about a blowout risk in with Dallas and Houston? No, just play to play. I'm noticing a lot of players, last couple games, they've been I don't know, not playing hard, not fulfilling their fantasy production requirements. I don't know if people wait for Christmas, people ready to go home. I don't know what it is, but we're just getting a lot of people not putting no effort. You saw what happened in Golden State the other day. I already warned you guys about Kuminga, but I don't know what's going on. But we got to play. If you're playing, let's just play. Trae Young, 10-2, absolutely in play against Detroit. SGA, 10.1K. If you're playing 4 or 5 lineups, I'd expect SGA, Young, Morant, and Luka to be in one of each of them. These guys are good plays. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dollar against Denver. You're looking for a close game. If he plays, 10K, fire him up. Harden, 99 in play, fire him up. If you want to pair him with Embiid as a 1-2 combo or 2-1 combo, 1-2, Harden being the 2, Embiid being the 1 is what I meant. But if you want to do that combo, go on ahead. LaMelo, price is rising rather quickly, but he is priced up for his matchup against the Lakers. He's in play. Booker is out so far at the time of this recording, so if he's in later on, then he's in, but right now, he's out. Halliburton, 9,300. Matchup proof, like I said before. He destroyed Boston by himself. Well, he ain't destroying, but they won. You know what I mean. But Halliburton is matchup proof, and I hope that win in Boston proved my point. 34 minutes, 33 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 52 fantasy points against Boston. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. All right, Damian Mitchell. Jesus Christ. Donovan Mitchell, 9K, absolutely in play. A bit score dependent, but it is what it is. You're looking for a close game. You want him to go off against Toronto. Tyler Hero, 8,800, absolutely in play. De'Aaron Fox, he is averaging 40 fantasy points a game, but I don't ever get him right. I played him against the Lakers, and he wasn't fantastic. 30 minutes, 35 fantasy points. Last 5 games, 20, 53, 44, 46, 35. His range of outcomes is pretty wide. As you can see, we just went from 20 to 46 in a 5-game span. Listen, I don't play De'Aaron Fox a lot, and you see why. I mean, if you're playing a lot of lineups, you could take a shot on him. Decent matchup against Washington. Washington isn't any good, but I don't really need Fox right now, to be honest with you. DeJounte Murray in play, 8,700. Kyrie, 8,700, absolutely in play. McCollum will be on the second leg of a back-to-back. However, if there's no Zion, he's absolutely in play. Chris Paul, 8,300 in play against Memphis. You're looking for a close game. Drew Holiday against Brooklyn, 8,200. Should be a close game. Fire him up. Van Vliet, 8,100. Too cheap. Get on him. Garland, 7,800. Another cheap guy. You're looking for a close game between the Cavs and the Raptors. Fire up Garland. Westbrook, 7,600. We don't really need him. If he plays, he's healthy against Charlotte, fine. He's a good play, but he's not like lock him in, get him in there. He's all right. Kevin Porter Jr., I like 7,400, does a little bit of everything. He's absolutely in play. D'Angelo Russell, 7,200 in play with or without Rudy Gobert, but he gets a little bit of a bump when no Gobert, more spacing. Brunson, too cheap, way too cheap. I'll have him at one of my first few lineups against Chicago. Should be a close game. You're looking for it to go down to the wire so you can squeeze out all the fantasy points you need out of Brunson, Randall, and Barrett. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other hand, Levine, DeRozan, and Vucevic. Scotty Barnes, 7K. If I'm playing a lot of lineups, I'll throw him in one. Jamal Murray, 7K in play. Anthony Simon, 6,900. He's an okay play, but I don't like playing him next to Lillard. Dinwiddie, I don't need Dinwiddie. I don't like playing Dinwiddie when Luke is healthy. But if you're playing a lot of lineups, you can take a shot against Houston. Trey Jones in play, 6,500. Kyle Lowry, 6,400 in play. Melton, I don't need. Marcus Smart, 6,200. I don't really need on a 42-game slate. Killian Hayes, 5,900. I don't need. He's in play. In the play pool, just don't need him right now. Marquez Fultz, I don't play him. He dropped 60 fantasy points. I play him. He dropped 14 fantasy points. I don't got time to mess around with Marquez Fultz. He's in the player pool, but I don't need him right now. Brogdon, don't need him. 5,700. John Wall, 5,700. He's never done anything spectacular that's going to make me jump out of my seat. So he's just there. Last 5 games, 23, 19, 26, 22, 13. Proves my point. Let's continue. We don't need John Wall. Tyus Jones, we don't need. Oladipo, 5,400. We don't really need it unless he starts. Jaden Ivey, been playing a little bit better, 5,300. You can fire him up. Schroeder, pricey. Price is getting a little high, 5,300, but he's in play. If Westbrook is in, he's an okay play. If Westbrook is out, he's a little bit better of a play. Terrence Mann, I'm not interested in right now. Cole Anthony, he's a decent play. I prefer him to start. Dennis Smith Jr., I forgot he was playing. I don't need him. Marcus Smart. Monte Morris, I don't need. Malik Monk, okay play. Isaiah Quickly, I don't really need, even if he starts. Reggie Jackson, I don't really need. See, it's starting to get crazy. It's starting to fall off a cliff. These guys I don't really need right now until we get more information on a 42-game slate. You can't be really looking at these guys right now because if you're making a dummy lineup and you're playing one of these guys, you already lost. Your value is gonna come, through the injury reports. So I think we need to just go to shooting guard. I'm looking to see if there's anybody viable right now, but it's really not. I'm not going to play myself, and I'm not going to play y'all. Let's go to shooting guard. All right, Jaylen Brown, 9,500. Price looks high. It's really not. Jaylen Brown against Minnesota is a good play. Anthony Edwards, 9,200. He's a little bit better because he's a little bit cheaper. Paul George, 8,900. We don't know which Paul George we're going to get. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you could take a shot. Bradley Beal, always in play, 8K. If Bane is back, 7,700. If he's healthy, you could take a shot. Zach LaVine, always in play, 7,600. Kelly Oubre, very streaky. Probably going to smash the Lakers because the Lakers don't guard three-point shooters well. In play. Rozier in play. Vassal's in play at 7,200. Giddy, you want to take a shot? I don't know if I mentioned him earlier. I don't remember mentioning him. I'll mention him again. Giddy's an okay play, even with SGA on the floor. Jalen Green's in play at 6,800. OG, 6,500, a little bit too cheap. Bojan, 6,400. If he starts, you could take a shot because John Collins seems to be on a little bit of a minutes limit right now. We do have Murray back, but like I said, if Bojan, Bogdanovich starts, you can take a shot at him at 6,400. Wagner's in play, 6,200. Buddy Hield, 6K in play. Dylan Brooks, another hit or miss fool, 6K. Take a shot if if you got money to burn, you could take a shot on Dylan Brooks. Kevin Herter's in play, 5,900. Bruce Brown, if he starts, 58, he's in play. Gary Trent, you could take a shot if he starts, 5,700. Tim Hardaway Jr., 5,500. He played a lot of lineups. You could take a shot. Josh Hart and play 54. If he's healthy, Lonnie Walker, 54. If he starts as he should, like he always does, then he's an okay play. Nothing spectacular, but he's in play. Matherin, 5,200. He's an okay play. He's a good play. You just got to get him on the right night. Terrence Mann, we vaguely spoke about. I can't find the guts within my soul to pay $5,200 for Landry Shamet. If you're playing like 100 lineups, you could take a shot on Shamet, but 52. I've never played $5,200 for Shamet in my life, and I don't think I'm going to start today. Struz, if he started, 5,100. He's an okay play. Nothing spectacular. Norman Powell, 48. That's an okay play. Quentin Grimes, if he's healthy, if he starts, 47, you could take a shot. Levert, you could take a shot. Trey Murphy's in play, 4,600. He should start. Caldwell Pope, you could take a shot if you're playing a lot of lineups. Romeo Langford, if he starts, you're playing a lot of lineups, you could take a shot, but I want to do it. And not really seeing anybody. Kispert, Grayson Allen, you can take shots. Damian Lee is awful. Or I just get him on the raw nights, but every time I play him, he's absolute dog shit. So I'm not messing around with him. Let's just go to small forward and let's stop bullshitting in the bottom of the shooting guard pool. Small forward. Bron, 10-9 in play. Tatum, 10-8 in play against Minnesota. Durant, 10-7 against Milwaukee. Should be a close game. I like all three of them. DeRozan's in play, 8,400. Banchero, 8,100. Should torch the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard, 8K. He's an okay play. Jeremy Grant's in play at 69. RJ Barrett, 68 in play. Middleton, I'm good on Middleton for now. I'm going to give him a couple of days to show me that he's healthy. Miles Bridges. Mikal Bridges, 6,400. You could take a shot on him. Bojan, 6,300. I like him at his price. Tobias, I don't really need at 6,200, but Tobias can surprise me and give you a decent game every once in a while. Gordon Hayward's in play, 6,100. Michael Porter Jr., 6K. He's in play if he's not on a minutes limit. Caleb Martin, 5,500 is a little bit too pricey for me. Harrison Barnes, I don't really play him often. He's in the player pool, but I don't think I need him. Dort, I don't need. Jalen McDaniels, I don't need unless he started, and he's still not that spectacular. DeAndre Hunter, okay play at 5,100. Keegan Murray seems to be playing better in play. Herbert Jones, if he starts, 47, okay play. Josh Richardson, okay play, 4,600. Patrick Williams in play, 4,500. Jalen Williams, 4,500. Okay play. AJ Griffin, you could take a shot. If John Collins is on a minutes limit, you could take a shot. Najee Marshall, 4,400 in play. I think we're going to power forward. Yeah, let's go to power forward. All right, we got Giannis at 12-2. Seems to go overlooked a lot. Listen, find value, play Giannis. Siakam, 10-5, absolutely in play. Matchup proof, play him. Find value, play him. Randall's in play, 9,700. Butler, if Butler's in, great. If Butler's out, Caleb Martin, Bam, Strus, Hero, Kyle Lowry all get a little bit of a bump. Kuzma's in play, 8,600. Christian Wood is in play, 7,700. Price is a little Price is a little spicy. It is a revenge game, somewhat, but I don't know. Christian Wood's a little bit expensive for me. Aaron Gordon's in play at 68. Jaron Jackson Jr. is in play at 65. Mobley's in play at 64. Ben Simmons is in play. He's an okay play. He's a above average player at 6,200 for his ceiling. Bobby Portis is in play. Mo Wagner, okay play at 5,900. Marcus Morris, you never know what you're gonna get, 5,500. John Collins might be on a minutes limit, 5,300. Pay attention to his nude if you want to play him. PJ Washington, range of outcomes is wild. He give you 12 fantasy points. He give you 35. But against the Lakers, he probably give you a good game, 5,300. Bol, 52. Don't really need him. Isaiah Stewart, you could take a shot, 5,200. Jabari Smith, 5,200. You could take a shot. Al Horford, 5K. Not my cup of tea, but you could take a shot. He is in the player pool. Batum, 5K. You could take a shot. Torrey Craig, 5K. You could take a shot. If Keldon Johnson is out, you could take a shot on Bates Diop. Boucher, you could take a shot at 44. Poborshevsky, very risky, but he's in play. You could take a shot. Jaden McDaniel, 4,300. There's no Gobert. You could take a shot. And if he starts, you could take a shot. Brandon Clark, you could always take a shot on him, but you prefer Steven Adams to be out. Kevin Love, you're playing a lot of lineups. You could throw him in one. No problem. Hachimura, I need to see if he's on a minutes limit. And I would need to see what he did last night. Tonight or last night, depending on when you're watching this video. Sokan is in play. I think that's it. KJ Martin is in play at 3,700. All right, now we can go to center. All right, Jokic, obviously, find value and play him. Embiid, same thing, 11-3, find value, play him. Both of these guys are unstoppable for different reasons, so you can play either or. Jokic is matchup proof, Embiid is matchup proof, but the Clippers really have nobody to detain Embiid, so they're both very good plays. Sabonis, he's gonna grab 30 rebounds like always. 10-6, he's in play. Bam, 8,600, he's in play. He looks even better if there's no Butler. Ayton, I don't know what's going on in Phoenix. He's been having a little bit of some issues in Phoenix. Doesn't seem to be really affecting his fantasy production, so that shouldn't really affect us. But you can pay attention to it. 7,900, absolutely in play. I don't think I need him on this slate, but he's in play. Vooch, 74, always in play. Gobert, if he's in, great. If he's not, then Naz Reid gets a bump. Anthony Edwards, Russell, they all get bumps. Wendell Carter, if he's back, good for him. If he's not, Mo Bamba, Banchero, Mo Wagner, they all get bumps. Jared Allen's in play at 67. Turner's in play. If Capella's in, great. If not, Okongwu gets a bump. Nurkic is in play. If not, Eubanks gets a bump. Valanciunas is in play. Pirtle's in play. Thomas Bryant's in play. Sengun, I don't really like playing Sengun. He hasn't been doing anything spectacular, but he is in play, 6K. Claxton's 5,900 in play. They're going to need him against Milwaukee. Plumlee, 5,900. He's probably going to have a great game against the Lakers. Brook Lopez, 5,400. A little too cheap for a ceiling. Naz Reid, 53. If Gobert is out, Naz Reid looks great at 5,300. Mitchell Robinson's in play at 5,300. Steven Adams, 5,100 in play. Jalen Duren in play against Atlanta at 5K. Gafford, if Porzingis is out, 4,800. Gafford, he's in play. Zubac, we don't need Zubac right now. Mo Bamba, if you're playing a lot of lineups, and Wendell Carter is out. And as far as center goes, I think the buck stops there. So we did speak about Eubanks if there's no Nurkic. Okay, let's get 5 guys and let's get going. Did anybody stand out to me? Great question. Valanciunas looks amazing if there's no, not amazing. He looks good if there's no Zion. Zion is dealing with protocols. Let's throw Valanciunas here tonight. Let's see what he does. Let's throw him in this lineup. Let's see what he does tonight or last night, and then I'll go from there. If he's playing 30 minutes and above, then I like Valanciunas. If they're limiting his minutes, then I don't like him. So right now I like him. Let's go. Let's see something. I want to get one of these Braun, Tatum, Siakam, one of these guys in my lineup. I always try to get one of those big time forwards in my lineup. We'll come back to that. Halliburton is 93. He's a little too cheap, to be honest with you. Kyrie's a little bit too cheap. Van Vliet. Jalen Brunson is way too cheap. The reason I like underpriced guys is because if they have a mediocre game, you still have a chance to cash. Like Jalen Brunson, he's 7K. If he has an awful game and gives you 32 fantasy points, you're still looking good. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I like paying for underpriced guys. Jalen Brunson. Jalen Green, Bogdanovich. OG is too cheap. OG is too cheap. Mathurin is 52. Jaden Ivey's been playing better. Okay, we'll come back to these guys. Let's just see something real quick. Gordon Hayward. RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is a little bit too cheap right now. Anthony Edwards against Boston. LeBron is 10-9 against Charlotte. That's almost 11K. You're looking for 55 fantasy points from him minimum, which he can give you. Okay, let's pick up Levine. Levine is 7,600. Small forward. I'm tempted to pick up OG. I'm very tempted. Let's pick up Barrett and pray for a close game. Power forward. Jaren Jackson is looking mighty good. Jaren Jackson. All right, you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Jaren Jackson. So what we're doing, we're going to go somewhat mid-range until we get more information, until we start getting starting lineups and we start getting players ruled out. Then we'll start throwing in some spend-ups. But as of now, we're going to keep it calm, cool, and collected. You see what I'm saying? 7,100 Jalen Brunson, $7,600 Zach LaVine, $6,800 RJ Barrett for what should be a close game. You got Jaren Jackson with all his upside, his ceiling, and then you got Valanciunas with no Zion on the court against OKC, and you know that I always target OKC's paint. I like to target OKC in the paint, so I feel good starting off with those 5 guys, and as we get news, then I'll adjust the lineup. Or I'll adjust these 5 guys. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Happy holidays. I appreciate you guys watching my video, in the middle of the holiday season when you guys got things to do. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Definitely helps me build the channel. And if you will like my finalized optimal lineup sent to you before lock. You can check out my Patreon, link in the description, or you can DM me on Twitter, and we could work something out. And that's just for people that are having trouble cashing or you don't have time to stay on top of news. It is a 42 game slate. All types of shit are gonna break loose tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of people sitting for no reason. We know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we don't really worry about the 3K and the 4K players, because they're not really viable right now. Once we get more information, then they become viable. Right now, I'm not going to waste our time. Let's go to FanDuel. I already have 5 guys picked out. And so we got Brunson at 75 on FanDuel. So I like him on both sides. Levine, a little bit too cheap. He's been a little bit too cheap for weeks now. Just keep riding it, 7K. LeBron, I needed to get some type of LeBron on one of these slates, on one of these platforms. So I got him on FanDuel, 11K. Bojan Bogdanovic is the cheapest power forward I could find with the highest ceiling, and sometimes that's all it is. And then Valanciunas at 66. Like I said, no Zion on the floor. We're targeting OKC in the paint. There's gonna be nobody to stop him out the paint. So yeah, that's that. You know what I'm saying? 42 games up, 42 games down. Try to make it as fast as possible because I respect y'all guys' times. Listen, I'm gonna go on and get out of here. I'm gonna let y'all get back to your gift wrapping and all that good fancy stuff y'all do in the holidays. And I'm gonna go and find something productive to do. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Ciao.